Mr. Finland, Makwan Amirkhani, you're back. You're back in London. It's been over a year since you last fought. The last time you did fight was in London last February. Try and tell me in as many words as you can, what's been going on in your career and your life over the last 12 months?
Oh, it would take me a days to tell you. But shortly, I just wanted to enjoy my life. I was in a row for away from my family and home and friends for a long time, and I needed that because I don't want to miss when I'm young. I want to enjoy my life at the same time when I work. So that was probably the main reason why I didn't take a fight for a year. So
one of the changes you did make in your career is you switched up your gym and your training camp. You moved to SBG in Ireland under John Kavanagh.
Yes.
Of all the camps that you could have chosen, why did you want to go to SBG?
It was easy choice for me. Short flight to Ireland and a lot of featherweights in that gym and perfect coach, so it wasn't hard to me to choose where I want to do my camp.
Did they welcome you with open arms, or did you have to prove yourself first? How was that process like?
Well, it's always like that when you go to a new gym. You need to show that you really belong to the place where you're at right that moment. But after a few days, then I haven't been in a gym where people are that nice to you. So it was really warm gym to be in, especially when you have a coach who is always giving you a positive energy and comments about your training. So I felt like I'm at home.
Is this the gym that you see yourself finishing your career at? You're going to stay at this gym forever now?
I always think that it's good to travel, experience and learn more, because everybody has their own thoughts about training and MMA. So I want to travel, but I will always represent SBG.
What's it been like training with the biggest superstar in the sport, Conor McGregor? I know you helped him, you were part of his training camp for the Eddie Alvarez fight. Has he played any part in the training camp for you now?
Well, not really. He has been busy. I've seen him a couple of times in the gym, but there are a lot of guys, so I don't complain about that. I had my training partners and sparring partners always on time in training, so and a lot of southpaw guys, so it didn't matter to me who was there. Just to me, it was important that I was the one who was in training.
Let's talk about your opponent, Arnold Allen. He's a big prospect. A lot of people in the UK are very excited about him. What have you made of his?
Too bad.
Sorry?
Too bad.
What do you think of the matchup? When the UFC first offered Arnold to you, what was your initial reaction to that fight?
I said to John Kavanagh that I will fight in this day. They didn't tell me who's the opponent, but I knew that I will fight here. And the idea that I had in my mind was that it doesn't matter who is facing me in London. So when they said Arnold, I just said yes. I met Arnold in Berlin in my second UFC fight, and then I met him again in last London fight. So he's a nice guy, and some people, they see me as a guy who's having always a beef with the opponent, but there is no reason to have, because he's the one, Arnold is the one who always came to me and shake my hand and said how am I doing, and so he's a nice dude. But this is a good matchup, not a bad one.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most exciting matchups on the card. When you kind of close your eyes and you envision the fight playing out, how do you see yourself, getting your hand raised in victory?
I can't answer that question, but I have a lot of tricks to finish this fight, and I'm happy to go there and show what I have been learning for this last year, and I'm happy that I'm in the shape that I should be. And it's the only sad part in this story is that the home crowd will cry again.
Now that you're back after a year out, Do you feel as though you want to now start to fight a little bit more consistently? You're 28. Do you feel as though you're ready now to start climbing the ladder in the UFC, fighting top 15 ranked opponents and really kind of try and make a push? You're so far undefeated in the UFC.
I think I take one step at a time, but I usually after my fight I'm like, bring me anybody, like tomorrow, I don't care. I have that feeling. But when I go back home, then you have this enjoyment and you see only happy faces. Then you want to, you know, keep that going until you need to fight again to make them happy again. And that is the reason probably why I don't take fights that often.
You know, what's it been like in Finland, and are you hoping that the UFC bring an event there in the future?
I'm telling you this, the only time I will fight after this fight is the only fight that I take is if UFC comes to Finland. I can imagine in my head that how many Finnish flag I can see there, and how the home crowd will be so excited and emotional, and I know that the tickets will be sold in less than an hour, so I wanna experience that. So if they will say next month in Finland, I will take the fight.